Om Shanti, everyone. Welcome to the Brahma Kumaris, the next normal, something that we've been doing because of the pandemic. So we are moving along in life, and for just about a year that we've been doing our online programs together, you know by now that the teachings and the philosophy of the Brahma Kumaris has been all about the quality of your thinking. And we can't begin to stress any further and how important that is. Now, as easy as it sounds to change your thoughts so that your world changes, it's never so easy to actually do it. There are times that a situation or a circumstance emerges in your life and it just puts you in a corner. And sometimes for the sake of survival, you kick and scream and do whatever you can to get out. And then you sometimes just get ballistic. But then you calm down, and then you turn your attention inside of yourself, and you start to think, was there another way I could do that? Was there another way I should have said that? Could I have been any more kinder? Or should I have been even a little bit more forceful? So I was saying, in this situation that if I think this person isn't a support system for me, and yet my whole being would love for them to be a support system for me, then I'm the one that's creating that reality, am I not? So I kept saying, okay, let me change the conversation. Yes, they are very big support. They always wish to see me shine. They want the best for me. Of course, they want the best for me. And they're a very good support system. And I found that as I was creating that thought, it was feeling actually unusual. I mean, this is how much my world was changing. Change your thoughts and you'll change your world. That's how much it was almost like night and day. Seeing that person in the form of, there'll never been a support. What? I'm not going to expect anything from them. To, they are a support. They do care. They do have a lot of love and respect. And I said, wow, it's a completely different story. So I'm throwing that out to you, everyone, for you to think about the way you think. Change your thoughts and your world will change. Did you know that the thoughts you create sends a vibration and an energy to every section of your body? Sometimes they talk about love or the emotion of love, and then we say it's our heart. Then they say if there's like toxic feelings, they say then your kidneys are supposed to clear out some of the toxicities, or it holds the toxicities. Or then you talk about your stomach, or these gut feelings that you get, or I have a butterfly in my stomach, when you're really super nervous or whatever. It's interesting how certain emotions that you and I have affects a particular area of our bodies. I remembered once Daddy Janki, who's my major mentor. See, I have all my daddies here with me. Daddy Janki, Daddy Gulza, and Daddy Prakashmani. My three mentors that I have loved and have been my backbone in many, many ways. But I remembered Daddy Janki, and I'm remembering Daddy Janki a lot because her 1-year anniversary of her passing is approaching on March 27th. Can you believe it? It'll be 1 year since she passed at 104. But Daddy Janki used to always tell me, that it's important that you continue to use your thoughts in a worthwhile way. That when you use your thoughts in a worthwhile way, you will automatically start to catch the right signals as to where Baba needs to take you. I thought about that. And so your thinking impacts the way your body feels. And another thing that she had said to me once, and I remember this well, and she says, when you start to complain about body aches, she says it's because you've lost your enthusiasm. And I was like, what? You're kidding me. So she says a loss of enthusiasm creates that tension in your muscles. Now I want you to give that some thought as you sit into that wise word of wisdom that came from Daddy Janky. How many of you are having some serious body aches? And don't say that it's because you're not exercising or you're not going out. And so is it that there's a lack of enthusiasm? Is it that somehow, some way you're just feeling like you just, I don't know, you've kind of lost the spark, you know, like it's just not there right now. And so what do you need to do to get it there? Are you willing to give it a try? I know that there are those days when you feel like you just don't even want to get out of the bed. Like, why bother? What is there to live for? And I'll tell you this, the reason why you might be even having that thought is that you're being deceived by looking at other people's lives, thinking that their lives are better than yours. Of course, if you keep scrolling through your social media and listening to all these things that people are going, I've done this and I've gotten here and I've opened this up. And I think that is great. It's great that the person has written a new book. It's great that the person has produced a new show. Celebrate them. It's great that you've launched a new record. Celebrate your people. But don't get depressed if you think you're not doing anything with your life. And one of the main reasons why our children are so depressed and are even taking their lives is that they're on the social media thinking all of this is real. They're watching some reality shows that are kind of showing you women or guys that are just like this. I've not ever watched it, but I've seen it on Twitter, The Bachelor or Bachelorette, and then you see it on Twitter and you see these guys in their suits and stuff. And if you were a guy 500 pounds and going bald or something, you'd be like, man, I wish I was like that guy. And because of that energy, you don't even try to exercise, lose weight, and make yourself feel better. Because that thought of desire is ruining you. That thought of wanting what the other person has is destroying your powerful mental state. That thought of thinking that your life is so bad compared to that other person, you're losing so much capacity to fulfill your passions that are actually trying to call you. So are you willing to change your thought to change your world? Start with your spirit, your soul. Start with reminding yourself, I am a peaceful soul. And you hold that. And if you can hold nothing else, just go inside and just say to yourself, I'm a peaceful soul. And if for that millimeter of a second, or for that minute, or for that moment in time, you might just tell yourself, I am peace. I am a peaceful being. I am peace. Do you know how much you would have done for yourself? Do you know how much energy can shift in you? You know why we released this album, the Om Shanti album, which means Om Shanti, Om I am, Shanti means peace, is that I wanted this album to be an album that when you played it in your homes or in your car or when you were working out, you didn't feel like you were alone. It's like each track will give you a thought to help you to change your world, to believe more in your world, to open up your world. And you know, when you become a teacher in life and you are here to guide people, you've got to use your own teachings on yourself if you really want to be a good teacher. And I'm pretty convinced that even with this little practice of I am peace, I am Om Shanti, that it can change the way you're feeling and change the world around you. Why don't we play the track for a while and just go into that experience just for a little bit and enjoy the I am peace moment and dive into that whole reality of being at peace, just being Om Shanti, just being you.
Shanti.
I am peace.
Om Shanti.
I am Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Welcome everyone to the Om Shanti album. A few years back, Grammy Award winner Ricky Cage and myself, we met on a mountaintop in Mount Abu, India. We came together to produce this album, and little did we know that a few years later, the world would be thirsting to be unified. It'll be thirsting for love, for peace, for harmony. Each one of these tracks convey a very powerful story about how we can understand ourselves better, but how we can also cooperate with each other. You will be inspired, it will elevate you, it will educate you, it will challenge you, but it'll definitely make you feel better. This Om Shanti album is a gift to our humanity, and not only that, but it has also started a movement. There are people who are posting on their social media feed, I am peace, I am Om Shanti, and that there's no place like Om. Can you believe it? It's been wonderful, and you can do that too, but just remember to hashtag Om Shanti. So we trust that you're going to really love this. It's about you. This album will give you company, it will give you enlightenment, it will give you happiness, it'll give you food for thought, but it will definitely make you feel good. We need love, we need peace, we need unity, we need each other. The Om Shanti album is all about that. So thank you so much for listening to it, and do let us know how you felt after listening to the Om Shanti album. Take care, be well. Om Shanti is the universal language of peace. It is what, it is who every soul is. From the place of peace, I can live out my fullest expression of life. And with deep peace, there is nothing to obstruct my thoughts. I am able to yield to what is and remain conscious to what can be. In peace, I understand you. In peace, you understand me. It is at the center of it all.
I am Om Shanti.
There's no place like Om.
Om Shanti. I am peace.
I am Om Shanti.
I am peace.
Om Shanti.
I am Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, I am peace.
Om Shanti.
I am Om Shanti.
I am a being of peace.
I am peace.
I am peace.
So I love that track on the album, on the Om Shanti album. I am peace. I am Om Shanti. There's no place like Om. I mean, I wanted that album to really be an album that you felt that you were never alone, that you had company, and that each track had a particular train of thought that would just open up your mind and your heart to possibilities. That was really at the base of those words. And of course the music by Ricky Cage, you can't even go beyond that. That's just exceptional. An exceptional artist. Thanks to him for that. So are you willing today, tribe? Are you willing to change your thoughts so that your world can change? And what in your world do you want to change? I mean, I've got a list of things in my life I want to change. And that means I have to change the way I'm seeing them and thinking about them. Because as much as we want change, if we're not changing emotionally and mentally and spiritually, it's just going to stay there. And so what is it that you feel you really want to change in your life? Are you really willing to do the work to make the change occur to your best ability? So that means staying consistent. There's been research, there's now scientific proof and research that even if you brought a group of people together in a room and you basically get them to do some of the same things over and over again, they change. I was in Mount Abu, India, at our headquarters of the Brahma Kumaris many, many years ago. And we used to do something called all-night bhattis. That's all-night meditation, intense yoga. After we would have supper at 8:30, then we would freshen up or do whatever, and we would sit in meditation from 9 at night until 6 o'clock the next morning. And then the whole day we would eat, we would attend the class, but we would remain in silence. And can I tell you this? Nothing stayed the same. There was such a change in us that it was impossible for us to go back to our old. And so I invite you, if you're really looking for a change, be serious about it. Change your thinking, and your world will change. Okay? So thank you for joining us for another The Next Normal. And hopefully your next normal is always going to be filled with wisdom and light and laughter and love and spiritual power. Just don't let anyone take away your happiness. You are the one that gives them permission for that. And we really have a chance to practice loving everybody the same. And I think the more you can practice loving everyone the same, even when you have to go through your stuff, you can somehow still be there for others. Isn't that all what we want? To be of use, to be of service. Lots of love. See you all pretty soon. Don't forget Positive Fridays with Brother David. Thanks again for joining us. Take care.